Tools and materials required: low tack masking tape, a paintbrush, scissors, pencil, snap off blade, spirit level, and the material paint that you're going to use. Here we're going to use the height of the windowsill as the level for the lower colour, which is called a dado area. We strike a line using the spirit level, and we do this all the way around the area to be painted. It doesn't have to be a very dark line, as long as you can see it. Now we're starting on the opposite side of the windowsill, because we are making it the height for the lower colour. Don't be tempted to rush this, as it will show and the eye will be drawn naturally to it, and you will end up having to do it again. So take your time, work with the spirit level around the room. At this section, taking a measurement and transferring it to the next area. Some people use a laser level, but the process that we're watching is through a measurement and the use of a spirit level. The choice is yours. Here we're going round the corner and extending that line all the way around. Just marked it there so one can see exactly where to draw the line. Now we start to apply the low tack adhesive tape and masking tape. Always buy a good quality low tack masking tape, because it is so more efficient, and when you come to take the tape and remove it, it won't pull off all the paint, and therefore protecting all that hard work that you did and stop you from doing the same job again. Just making sure that that line that's going to be painted is actually well adhered, so that no paint creeps under the masking tape. Just using the back of a continental filling knife to make sure. We're now starting on the opposite side of the window, using the sill as the height for the dado or darker colour. And this is a very sort of Victorian type of decoration, and we're going to paint that area in a acrylic gloss using Johnson's Aqua Acrylic in a deep red. Okay, going across it now with a Continental filling knife, just making sure that masking tape is firmly stuck down and that no paint will creep under it. This sort of decoration is used in high traffic areas. A lot of wear and tear, a lot of people brushing on the side of the walls, and if it does get dirty, one can easily wash it down and to remove any dirt. Just take your time as you go along applying the tape. Just spread the tape out little by little. Therefore being able to manage it to stick onto the line. And now we take the low-tack masking tape around the external angle. Again, take your time. Work the tape around the angle, and you can see I'm not opening the tape, masking tape, just enough that it's manageable and able to control it. Once we've completed applying the low-tack masking tape, we're ready to start painting. Just take your time, be careful not to go over the low-tack masking tape. You need it to be below it so it doesn't go on to the colour above. We just cut in around the masking tape and down the side, and now we're going to roll and fill in that area with a rad roller. A lot of these areas, this is the wall colour that's come down, so we've extended the top colour down, so we make sure that we cover it when we actually apply the lower colour. Just be careful not to get any runs, always checking it. What we're doing here, we're just, because we're applying the same colour that was used previously, we're just coating up the lighter areas. And in this lower section, there was a lot of making good, and that has been rubbed down and coated with the wall colour, so that would give it a good base for the top colour to go onto, and that it doesn't sink into the internal filler that has been used for the preparation of the surface. just painting the bottom section there, which you can't see. We're systematically going along on each wall, giving a first coat of the red. Again, being careful not to go over the masking tape and onto the top wall colour. Always checking as you go along for any runs, that you can just go back with the roller or with the brush and brush them or roll them out. This colour is a very deep red, and like all sort of colours like this, it's quite translucent because of the colour of the pigmentation. Fortunately, we're using the same colour as painted previously, and will not require as many coats as if it was first painted. Sometimes you have to paint numerous coats to get the full body of the colour coming through. We cut in to the line with a paintbrush. Going along the sill now, and if you notice how the artisan is holding the brush, the tip, just going along the edge, so it gives a very defined line on that windowsill. Just laying off, spreading that paint, even application, and finishing off with the red roller. Always checking for runs, drips, and uneven application. Now you cut in the bottom with the paintbrush. Cutting in, please refer to previous videos. There is a video regarding cutting in, which I think gives a great demonstration of how to cut in and the application of cutting in, and that's on new plaster work. I'd advise you to check that video out, because that would be a great help to you, and the other video as well regarding how to use a paint roller, although I'm using here a mini roller. Again, we are cutting in the bottom section with a paintbrush. And then painting again near it to above. The last couple of strokes, just very lightly laying off the paint that's been applied, and again just filled in those areas with the mini paint roller. Just saw something there that needed just to be touched in. As you can see here, we're working our way around in a systematically and methodical way. There, we're just cutting in with a paintbrush, painting a band, so then we can fill in by using the mini roller. Always looking for any drips. Just making sure that the paint is applied evenly. With the brush and with the use of the mini roller. Just being careful not to go over the low-tack masking tape. This red paint is a gloss finish, but it's a water-based gloss finish. Here we are, we've touched all those areas in the first coat, and we've let it dry thoroughly before we apply the finishing coat, the final coat. Always read the instructions on the paint can for drying times. Again, we've cut the top in by painting a band and cutting the bottom floor area by painting a band, and then we're filling in between the top band and the bottom band. And here I'm using a mini roller which has got quite a heavy pile on it. That's the door painted in the colour. Now once that paint is solidly dry, or before it's fully dry, we can remove the masking tape, and we have to be very careful and very slow. Start peeling it all off around the room and disposing of it in a bag. And there we have a dado. A two-tone coloured painted wall. A satin finish above, a gloss red finish below, and it's very good for high traffic areas. And that ceiling was quite heavily damaged by water damage. If you see the video on internal repairs,